Before I get completely started, I want to say yes that I am in my bathroom. It's just, that's where the lighting and privacy, and I'm just too lazy to really go anywhere else for said privacy and lighting. So we're stuck, or you're stuck in here with me for now. Anyways, I just want to make this video. I'm not sure how quick or long it's going to be, so I'm just gonna go and say what's on my mind. I'm gonna do my best not to get emotional and all that while I say it. So if I either sound robotic or if I start to cry, I'm sorry. And I had already started writing this down. I decided I just want to get it out there and say it. I do feel like I do better with writing things down, but some other people may be able to relate to this, and for others who have family that go in and out of the hospital a lot, they just kind of have to, I want them to be able to see another person that's on the other side's perspective on it, or on things. So here it goes. Before I go into the emergency room when I'm sick, it does take me a couple of days to actually go there sometimes. Not always. Sometimes if I know for a fact that I'm just that sick, I need to go right then, that second, I just don't care. I just go, obviously. But sometimes when I know that, I'm getting progressively sicker, I'm not like dying sick, like right this second, but in a week, that's where I'm gonna be, and I'm definitely gonna have to be in the hospital within the next few days. I'm gonna tell you, it takes me time to actually go to the ER. And from, somebody just looking at it might think I'm just procrastinating and going. And to some degree, I suppose I am. But also, what nobody else knows and nobody else sees in my eyes or from my side is that when I'm sick and I'm going to the emergency room because I'm sick, I know I'm going to be stuck in the hospital for weeks, possibly a month, or a month and some weeks. It depends on the severity, of course, on the sickness that I have at that time, the bacteria that's growing and all that stuff. It does all depend on that, but there is no less than a week at least of being in the hospital. And you might be thinking, oh, a week, it's not that long, get over it. It actually kind of is that long when you're thinking of it. That's a week where I have no independence. I'm a very independent person. Sorry. I try to do things for myself, by myself first, before I ever even try to ask for people for help, if I do ask anybody for help. I'm trying to get better about that, but that's how I am. And when I go into the hospital, I'm literally not even allowed to leave my room. So, I can't even go get a cup of ice if I want to. In the hospital, it could take them, they could be running tests for like 2 or 3 days, and I won't be able to eat anything for that 3 days, not even ice. Like if I or drink anything. Like if I want a glass of water, I can't have it. So, being stripped of your freedom, the only freedom I literally have in the hospital is sometimes I'm allowed to get up and go to the bathroom by myself. Sometimes. And even that they have to document. They document, well, they're supposed to. They don't always, but I'm literally watched like a fucking hawk. Or I'm supposed to pee and they don't. So when something goes wrong, they just automatically don't know what it is. And then they want to try running 1,000 different other tests when it was their fault that something happened to begin with. That's one thing. Another thing, recently, to an extent, I'm almost petrified of going to the hospital sometimes. I'm pretty sure I did die at one point last year. They obviously, I think they just brought me back, I don't know. Or I was on my deathbed and regardless, I was extremely sick. One of the times I almost died had nothing to do with me, and it had all to do with the hospital. Meaning, the hospital literally almost killed me by overdosing me on pain medication, and I think it was pain medication and allergy medication. I know for a fact it had pain medication to do with it, but I don't know if the allergy medicine was involved with that one or not. But the hospital literally overdosed me. So yeah, this was all less than 6 months ago. So you can see why, it's not even, it's just so much that I don't think other people do look at my side of things. But I'm just like, I understand that I'm sick. For one, I am always going to be sick. There's not going to be a day in my life that I'm not sick. It's just the severity of sick I am that day. Sorry, that's how it is. If you don't like it, sorry, bye. And I get it from my family's point of view. I did almost die last year because I did get so sick and I had to be rushed to the hospital and almost died, and I get it. I do understand their point of view, which is why I do still continue going to the hospital when I get sick. I want them to just try to be a little lenient with me, because although when I'm in the hospital, their lives don't change. They get up, they do everything that they were doing to begin with. Whether I'm in or out of the hospital, they do it anyways. So, their life is going on, and I don't want it to stop because of me. Sorry, again. I feel bad putting it that way, but I don't know another way to put it. Their lives do go on without me, and it's not without me. without me physically being there. Their lives go on. Their day-to-day life goes on. They get up, they do everything that they do usually, and it continues to be that way and stay that way. My life gets literally paused and stopped. I lose that time out of my life, and I guess you can, I mean, without it, I would be losing my life. I get it. But I don't just lose that time out of my life. I lose that freedom, the independence, all the things that I have out here. I lose all of that. So, I know you guys love me. Just try to work with me a little bit. Yeah. I am going to try to be more persistent and more on top of my health this year. I promise I'm doing my best to be better with my health. Again, it's not something that's gonna happen overnight, but I'm already a lot better than I was last year and the year before that and the year before that, and I am getting better. Just, it does take time, and I can't just, I've already given up so much. Even in my normal life. So just, yeah. And for everybody else who has a family member who is sick, or again in and out of the hospital a lot, or just anything, or you're that family member, just, try to see it from the other side's perspective and try to see it from their point of view, because for the people who aren't sick, they're just worried about losing you, and they get scared when you get sick, and I know that, and I get it 100%. I was in that same situation, and I still am to a certain extent with certain people in my life. I also understand their point of view too. They don't want to lose literally everything. Just like you don't want to lose them, they don't want to lose you and their life and everything else and all the freedoms that you already get to enjoy. So, be easy with each other, take time with each other, and help each other try to understand. I know it's not easy, and I'm the last one that should ever even say that, because I literally don't even know how to do it, really. I'm horrible with speaking about my feelings and things, especially face-to-face with somebody. But I am trying to get better at it. If you have to, write them a letter and just pour your heart out. That's what I planned on doing. Instead, I want everybody to be able to use something that I said. So if you have to write a letter to somebody explaining yourself and your emotions and your feelings to them about a certain thing, then do it. Or if you have to make a video and then just send it to them later when they're not around you. Find a way, I guess. And again, try to understand each other's side of things. Okay, thanks guys.